It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it.
No, it's the end of the Pokemon world.
Oh, and I feel like crap.
Which, in retrospect, is a very tiny world, which we found out.
Right, Pokedex Paradox still in there, but oh my gosh. Anyway, hello Internet, I'm HamsterBomb.
I'm Matt.
And you guys are joining us for yet another Let's Be Honest episode. This time, oh my goodness, I can't believe we even have to do this. This is basically in reaction to the entire Pokedex being leaked for Pokemon Sword and Shield. And before we even get into all this nonsense, I want to make sure we cover something really quickly. Game Freak is going crazy with copyright strike takedowns and stuff like that for anybody who shows anything related to these leaks, even though it's already all over the internet, and all you have to do is accidentally trip somewhere and your face is gonna land in these leaks. So I want to make sure that I protect this channel and we don't get copyright strike for something stupid. So we're going to read the Pokemon names, and this podcast is still going to be applicable, but we're going to be reading through and reacting to these designs, specifically talking about Creatures Inc., because we did another podcast before talking about Game Freak as a company, so we're not going to tread any water. We've already done.
Right.
This is just us reacting to all of these Pokemon, and just to let you know, if you are honestly trying to find this, all you really need to do is type in Pokemon Sword and Shield leak Pokedex, and the first link, see there I go again, is going to show you everything you need.
Right,
including,
and we're giving the name so you can easily find out who we're talking about.
You'll find these Pokemon, just Google their name. And then there's also another thing we might get to if we have time, is the fact that this Pokedex has only 400 Pokemon in it, and that means there's a lot of cut Pokemon, and a lot of surprising ones, and a lot of crushed hopes and dreams. Now, like we mentioned in the previous video, we're not really that bothered by the fact that there are less Pokemon in this game. That's not the big deal.
Not a big deal.
We understand that they have to develop more, but the thing is, it was the lies and everything they gave us that we covered in the previous video of this. That's what bothers us.
And for me, it's who they specifically chose.
We all knew that was going to be a problem. They were going to upset somebody.
No, I mean, I get that, but when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, it's like,
yeah, there's
if I was choosing monsters from Monster Hunter, I would choose nothing but Lovsioff. That's why Lovsioff has his own thing, because he was the least hunted monster in the world. Right,
and just to make one little spoiler thing, and obviously this is going to be rife with spoilers, so don't listen to it if you want to.
Yeah, if you clicked on this and you're going to type in the comments, oh no, spoilers.
Yeah, right, yeah, there are spoilers.
Really?
But one thing that was on the decks that was definitely pandering to some crowds, there was only one starter evolution that was not from this generation, obviously, and that was Charizard. Every other starter line is not in this game. Everyone's gone. So that means even Bulbasaur and Squirtle, they're not even in this game.
Oh, all legendaries too, except for Mew, so that way they can sell that Pokeball Plus.
Yeah, right. You gotta sell that Pokeball Plus. But anyway...
Oh, and also, you want to bring up the one you just told me about?
Dude, there's so many. We gotta get there. We gotta get there.
No, this is legendary-wise.
Legendary... I'm forgetting.
For Meltan?
Oh, yeah. Meltan and Melmetal are not even in the game.
Which I thought they would.
That was like the big thing, yes!
I thought they were Gen 8.
They're Gen 8 Pokemon! No, they are. They're on the deck's number. You see them. They're numbered. We know their numbers now, but they're not in the game. I don't know.
Slight oversight.
It's like you can't even do trades. Whatever. We're
anyway,
just... This...
Let's look.
So after these leaks came out, and this... like we said in the end of the last video where we did a Let's Be Honest about these new Pokemon games, we want them to succeed. We want them to do well. So we really wanted this to be a killer Pokedex. You know, if it's going to be smaller and they say they're working harder to make these Pokemon really cool, we want to see that. Awesome. We want them to be awesome. Well, you know, I'm fine. I would be fine with a Pokemon game with only 100 Pokemon in it.
Yeah, as long as they're good.
They look awesome. They play well. Didn't the original Pokemon Stadium only have like 70 of the originals that you could play as?
Yeah, because they didn't have the time to make the models.
Exactly, and the animations and all that stuff. So it's the same thing. We get it. But the thing is, don't claim you're going to make good stuff and then give us what we're about to go over right now. These designs are specifically looking at what Creatures Inc. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, one of the big guys who designs these, Ken Sugimori, he's been like one of my favorite artists since I've been a kid. I've loved his art. His original watercolors of the Pokemon are amazing.
Though my question is, just to play devil's advocate and protect Ken.
Yeah.
I want to know which one of these they had the design for and said, okay, now make your art with this. Because they have done that in the past. They've made Pokemon and said, we can't sell this very well. Make your art so we can push it.
Yes. And we obviously don't know about all that stuff right now. This is even still in the leak stage. So
It is.
We're just reacting to what this is what they're selling us.
Like,
These are the Pokemon.
Honestly, the ones I could see Ken making are like the three.
We'll probably bring it up as we get there.
I will say the starters. The first 3 starters.
The first stage of the starters.
I will say look like Ken.
Yes.
Because they look like Pokemon.
They do. They do. Yeah. So anyway, let's just get started through here. So Grookey is the first Pokemon. We're obviously going to be going through their order as they are in the leak list, which is basically skipping all the Pokemon we already know.
Right.
Okay. So Grookey.
I like Grookey. And he was going to be the one I was going to choose.
Same. I had no problem with Grookey at all.
I think he's adorable.
Let's just move on here. Thwackey.
Don't hate it.
I don't particularly hate it, and honestly, that's one that I would have seen him turning into. You know, it's just I guess a monkey with 2 sticks, you know, whatever. It looks like it's kind of turning into the Conkeldurr line, you know, of Timber, which, whatever, with sticks.
Well, I mean, in the trailer, they show him hitting the stick on the ground, making music and stuff. So I'm like, I've
never been a huge fan of middle stages anyway. They always look like the awkward teenagers, so I don't want to rip on those.
Right.
It's the finals that more matter to me, because that's what you're going to see on your team a lot more. Mm-hmm. And now we're looking at Rillaboom.
Rillaboom.
So a gorilla with a log. And no, it's a drum.
I think it's a drum.
I think it's a gong. I
don't particularly like it, but it's not the worst on the list.
You know what? I haven't heard any Harambe jokes yet, so...
Right. I mean, and I will say this, too. This is going out there. All 3 of the final starters are furry bait. They are.
Yeah. Now, this one's the least of them all.
It is.
But, yes, that's something that's for sure coming up.
But, I mean,
I gotta say, just looking at this guy, you know how... We're going to get there later, but the new extra legendary, that they added in this, I forget his name, we'll get there. He's way too hyper-detailed, and we've seen Pokemon in the last generation that are way too detailed.
Yep.
Why is this? Look at him. Is that really what you want grass in a bush to look like on your new Pokemon game on a console?
No.
Look at his mane of that bush.
Well, I mean, even the leaf head in Thwackey is more detailed than that.
It is, yes. And even it looks like a Undersill design, but we got to get going.
Let's keep it going.
So I'm not a fan of that line. And honestly, like, just picking Grookey, I would have been disappointed with that weird, awkward gorilla guy.
Yep.
It doesn't look strong. It doesn't look menacing. It doesn't even look like a Pokemon. I don't really understand what I'm getting out of that.
Oh, we're getting to the part where things don't look like Pokemon.
So, Scorbunny. I wasn't ever really a big fan of Scorbunny.
Not a big fan, but don't hate him. He's cute.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. And honestly, I like it more than Chimchar. You know, if I'm saying it like that. You know, like... it looks like a Pokemon. I'm just not a fan of it. Yeah. You know, so that was that. Then it evolved.
You're gonna hear that a lot.
And then it evolved. So Raboot.
Raboot, great name. Looks like a Digimon.
It looks like, honestly, okay, follow me here. This looks like a Disney Channel protagonist for like some new animated kids cartoon.
It looks like an anime mascot.
Yes, it looks like the animal companion for this weird anime coming up. It looks like Naruto the bunny.
But it, like,
wearing a onesie?
They're like overalls.
I don't know.
But he doesn't look like a Pokemon.
You know what he looks like? He looks like he's firefighting. And that's what got me. But now I'm pretty sure they're finally going back to each of the starters just keeping their type all the way through. Yes. So that should be interesting. Because they're terrified of firefighting, even though they keep designing for it. Incineroar was clearly designed for firefighting, and they really he's weak to fighting, guys.
Anyway.
And then it evolved.
Cinderace.
Oh my gosh.
The mega furry bait.
This is a furry Pokemon.
Yes, it is.
I saw this and I thought, oh my god, and this is not, that doesn't even, for one, that doesn't even look at all like any Pokemon I've seen.
Well, I've heard people online like, oh, you're complaining about this, but not Blaziken. Blaziken does not look like furry bait.
Blaziken looks nothing like that. And here, if you're just trying to go for like the sexualized direction, I'm just going to take Gardevoir because the internet did that.
Oh, yeah.
If you look at the original Gardevoir, it's supposed to be kind of freaky and menacing, like a creepy-looking ghost-like floating
It's like Frostlass. Frostlass is supposed to be terrifying because what it's based on is horrifying.
Now, that's the thing with, like, almost, I'm going to say with most Pokemon designs, Gen 3 and down, even a little bit in 4 and 5, they're mostly going for, like, you can see them as cute, but they're also kind of unnerving and weird, kind of creepy.
Yeah.
And that's what they balanced on. This is all over the place. Right here, this one doesn't go for either.
I don't even know what He loses the hoodie thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And the main thing I have is I don't see a correlation in all three of these.
Also, imagine that as a male. Like, doesn't it just feel unnerving? Like
Yes.
Primarina did as a male. It's just, ugh.
But, like, I don't see any correlation to its previous forms either.
No, and I gotta say, of all of them, all the starters finals, that one
I hate the most.
bothers me so much. I can't, I don't even want to be around it.
No, I don't.
And it's not, like I said, it's not the creepy thing that I was going for before. This is like, I don't want this in a Pokemon game.
No, I don't. Let's go to Sobble.
Sobble.
Don't hate Sobble.
I was actually considering picking Sobble because I really liked his look. I like little salamander lizards. I thought it would be pretty cool. And he evolves. We're just gonna obviously skip over the ones we know about. Drizzle. Is that his name?
Drizzle.
Drizzle. Not a very creative name.
Drizzle.
Drizzle.
Pretty much. I mean, he looks high.
He looks like a high emo middle stage, which we got with was it Dartrix, the middle from Rowlett's line.
Yep.
So,
which I mean,
it's the middle stage. I don't want to pick on him too much. He's not bad. I mean, I kind of see it's. The thing is, like, the big thing about Sobble was the big, like, frill on his head.
Right.
And now it's
and
like...
I like that he was timid, like, he was a little timid thing, but then he
and now he turned into an emo, and then
we get Gex 64.
Yeah.
Gex the Gecko, ladies and gentlemen.
Inteleon.
Oh, wow. He's supposed to be based on, like, a flying lizard, because he has, like, the flaps under his arms.
Yeah, I saw that,
but
no. Why isn't he water flying, then, if that's what they really wanted?
That would have been cool.
I mean, I don't... There's...
Well, there's that phrase. That would have been cool. But...
Dude, it's like Greninja, but they're trying to go down that awkward sexualized route. Like
I told you, they look like furry bait.
Yeah, it makes me uncomfortable.
I've been on Reddit long enough to recognize these warning signs. They exist.
Yeah, and the fact that like this game's not even out, and for every one piece of fan art you can find for this game, you're gonna find another sexed up drawing of the new team villain leader, whatever her name is. I forget her name. The Team Yellow, the emo girl.
Are they even the villains?
Dude, I don't even know. I don't even care. It's Team Yell.
And
like, it's literally a bunch of trolls.
Let's talk about this one. How they didn't vector the eyes right.
Rookie D. Yeah, his eyes
go over his eyes.
His
pupils go over his eyes. Like, I can't tell if he's supposed to be like angry or if there's just some part of the eyeball I can't see.
I've seen people Photoshop and fix it, and he does, of course, look angry when you do that, but I don't get it either. Rookie D.
Rookie D. Like, I get it. He's a rook, and then from the rook, you go to...
Rookie D is probably how you're supposed to say it. And then
Corvisquire. So a rook, a squire, and a knight.
Yeah, so we get it, but the thing is, like, he's just flying in these two. So now... Corvisquire, I don't have a problem with its design, but it's still doing the weird eyeball thing.
It's still doing... I like the design, it's doing a weird eyeball thing.
But also, I mean, like, we get a new bird each time, too. Yeah. So going with, like, a raven theme for, like, knights, that fits the world. I don't have a problem with this.
Right, I don't have a problem with Corviknight either.
Why did they show us Corviknight first?
I know.
Making us think it was a single stage.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was like, oh, this is like...
Like a Skarmory, because it's steel for some reason. I guess because it's a knight.
Because it's a knight, and I like that. It looks cool.
That's fine, but it's Skarmory, and it evolves into. Dude, it's just messed up. So yeah, Corviknight. I mean, I don't know why they do that. Give us stuff the evolutions out of order, and you surprise. We will see more problems with that later. Yeah. All right, so this Pokemon was actually spotted in the background of one of the trailers. It was the little squirrel guy, Skwovet.
I don't hate the first evolution. I don't really hate Skwovet.
I mean, we've already had, like, squirrel chipmunk Pokemon,
but,
so I don't know why they're still doing this.
I don't really hate them.
Then there is Greedent.
Then it evolves into Peter Griffin.
Yeah, Peter Griffin. This thing is just the stuff of memes. I can't describe it other than Peter Griffin. It's just a squirrel.
It's Peter Griffin.
Version of Peter Griffin, yeah. We're moving on.
This one, Here.
Another thing, before we move on, I wanted to make sure we pointed this out. You asked me a great question before we started this, and it was, can you imagine honestly playing this game, picking new Pokemon, and being satisfied with a team of 6? Pick 6 Pokemon from here, and that's assuming you actually kept the starter and you were happy with it.
Yep.
Because... I am sorry. I don't think I'd be able to keep my starter past it turning into its second stage in this game.
Bulbasaur.
We're not even going to get into what we missed. But Wooloo was already announced. And Wooloo
I don't
was next.
hate Wooloo.
I don't hate Wooloo. And then it evolves to Dubwool.
I don't really hate. I don't hate that design. I mean, he's just a puffy sheep.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really...
It doesn't do a whole lot. Like, the fact that he's still normal type, like, you could have made him into...
Yeah.
He looks like he could be dark type.
Honestly, they should have done something type-wise with this and then shown it to us earlier, because with just Wooloo, you're screaming Mary, which is going to be another theme in here. We have seen these before.
Speaking of which...
Yeah, we've seen these before, or that's a crappy design. It's pretty much going to be the theme of the episode. So, Gossifleur. Yeah, so...
Hoppip.
Yeah, basically this is the Hoppip line, except expedited.
Well, it's Hoppip mixed with Floe.
Yeah, and also like a little bit of, watch the Blossom. I'm seeing a lot of Blossom in it. But the thing is, it turns into Eldegoss, who we've also seen, which is basically Jumpluff.
It is Jumpluff.
It is Jumpluff.
There is no basically, it's Jumpluff.
I mean, it doesn't have flying type, but it's Jumpluff. So, that's...
And that's the other thing, too. A lot of these only have one type.
They're monotypes, right. So, they're not even helpful for gameplay. I don't really understand what they're adding.
Nick it.
Let's
talk about the name first.
No. But, so this is a little fox, and just saying, it's a Vulpix, again.
It's a Vulpix.
And it evolves into bigger Vulpix. It looks... Now, this one, I gotta say, at least it retains what the original form looked like. And it looks like that's the bigger form of it.
It's supposed to be like Pickpocket and Thieving, as that's the whole theme of it.
Yeah, Nickit and Thievul is the bigger one. But the thing, it doesn't change enough. Doesn't that look like a middle form?
Yeah.
Because seriously, I just checked. The next Pokemon's Yamper. It is not... No. I don't know, it doesn't look finished. Maybe it's because it's like Rockruff and Lycanroc, and it's supposed to be an early... thing you get, like Poochyena Mightyena, you know?
I still like Poochyena Mightyena better.
Poochyena Mightyena is way better than this. I don't know. I'm not
Let's talk about the one that actually made me genuinely sad.
Well, here, everyone loved Yamper.
I still love Yamper.
I still do. Everyone wanted the Corgi Pokemon. Come on, we're going to a Scottish English theme Pokemon game, which is a really good design idea.
Right.
And they made the Corgi. Everyone was excited, and it leaked of it having an evolution, which we kind of suspected it would, but it's
I didn't want it to have one.
I didn't either, but we suspected it would, and its evolution, Bolt Hund,
aka generic doggo.
Generic dog. It goes from this adorable Corgi to the most generic dog I've ever seen.
Like, he looks, I guess if I had to pick, a terrier, but that doesn't make sense. Why would a Corgi turn into a terrier?
Crossbreed mutt of every dog ever. It's plus dressed it up like a watchhog.
Which essentially this has now become Blitzel.
Yeah, it's basically Blitzel Zebstrika.
Who are better?
Yes. Oh, I honestly liked Yamper's design.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all in for the Blitzel Zebstrika over this, or just a Pikachu Raichu if you really wanted to go there.
Let's talk about this one. You have a very good name for this one.
Oh man, we're gonna jump because the next evolution line is All Creamy. That's its name. That's its freaking name. This Pokemon is All Creamy. You can't say it without it sounding horrible.
It's got 26 different forms. Counting shinies.
20... Wait, counting?
Yes, if you're going different forms, there's 13. We think they're shinies. They're different color.
Well, I don't know, because Vivian has a bajillion too, and I've collected all of them because that was at least really cool. Do we know how these have its forms yet?
Nope.
So, I mean, I'm not going to bash it just yet because Vivian's ended up being amazing, and I loved it. But I don't know what the heck this is doing yet. And also, just saying, this is Slurpluff again. But apparently it had a previous form. Milcery?
Which is even worse.
The thing is, I'm not exaggerating, guys. This is the spent condom Pokemon. Can you describe it in any other way?
I can't even describe it. Like, All Creamy, it's like, okay, it looks like an ice cream that came out of an ice cream machine.
It looks like every baby Digimon.
Milk Cream.
Milk
Cream. That's it.
Milcery? Maybe it's Milcery? Milkery?
Because that's the thing. I don't think... Do we have voice acting in this game? Not that we're on console?
No, we just have the same animations and movement.
This nightmare.
They don't even have... Here, they don't even like Banjo-Kazooie sounds. Like what everyone else has been doing. Like blah, 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 blah. When text goes by. Like, it's unacceptable. This goes into the Game Freak complaints category.
It does. But that,
anyway,
honestly, when the game comes out, we will have to have like a 2-hour discussion video.
We'll probably have another one of just, let's be honest about Pokemon Sword and Shield, and we're going to cover everything that we didn't cover in here. We're just getting the Pokemon leaks.
Let's talk about this. Blipbug.
That's
great.
Yeah, so...
What's
I
wrong
mean,
with it?
they gotta add a new bug.
What's wrong with it?
I don't know what's wrong with it.
Why is its head three times the size of its body?
You know what it looks like? It looks like they designed a Caterpie again, and then they basically, or like Scatterbug, and then they accidentally stretched it in Photoshop and stretched it vertically and accidentally sent a skewed version to somebody.
And the sad thing is, I'm looking at this and people are like, well, you didn't have issues with Vigavolt or anything. I like the Vigavolt line.
Well, yeah, the thing is, Grubbin is a grub. He doesn't look like whatever the heck this old man
I don't know
bug
what this thing is.
And then it evolves, here we go again, into a bug psychic, which I don't see why it is at all.
I didn't even notice that.
The original
Wait, the first one's
just bug. Well, here, I mean, to be fair, Grubbin does the same sort of thing. He turns into his bug electric. But Dottler? What is it? Is it just an excuse for low polygon count?
I guess. Or is it's supposed to be a cocoon, but when you go through its line, do ladybugs go to cocoons?
Honestly, I don't know. Like this, because I didn't think so. Because Matt just kind of touched on it. The next one, Orbeetle, is a ladybug.
Ladian.
So yeah, it's like as if we didn't have a ladybug.
It's an edgy. Like, we don't like round edges, we like pointed edges version of Ladybug.
Yeah, that aesthetic, you kind of hit it there. I'm getting really sick of with the new Pokemon designs. This goes for the last generation too. So, like, they go spikier. And I'm like, guys,
Spike does not mean cool.
No, and if anything, in the original Pokemon designs, whenever something was supposed to be spiky, they rounded it off on purpose. Think of Lapras or Corsola or anything like that was supposed to have spikes on it. They rounded them off and made smooth edges on everything.
Right.
And it all, like, unified the designs. But this is all over the place.
But
this
even
looks
this
like a kid's random sketchbook.
I don't understand how this thing flies.
Yeah, I don't know.
The wings don't come apart. It looks like it's just kind of hovering.
Yeah, like this disc just floats over its back.
This son of a gun, who I hate.
More Pico, more Peko, more Pico.
AKA, we needed a Pikachu stand-in. We made the stupidest thing and made Hangry in actual form.
Hangry mode, yeah, that really hurts my... You know what? Just whatever. We've seen this thing.
We've seen it.
Oh my gosh.
Alex's new favorite.
I'm so mad. Okay, here. So I gotta say, one of the very few Pokemon that they showed in their directs and I was excited about was Dreadnought, the
I love Dreadnought.
alligator snapper. That's... Did you hear that word we just used? Probably the only Pokemon design that we looked at and we were like, that's a cool Pokemon.
Yeah, it is.
How could they possibly ruin it?
Then it evolved.
Its previous evolution, Chewtle, may be the most disgusting abomination. And actually, this may win my award, my personal award, of most disgusting Sword and Shield Pokemon I've ever seen.
It looks like a turtle.
Now, I'm pretty sure I know what your vote is going to go on.
Oh, you know what my vote's
We're going to have
for.
some in the contenders, and I want to hear what you guys think in the comments for which ones are the most disgusting
what's wrong
Pokemon
with
Sword and
its
Shield.
face and its head?
I don't know. I was telling Kim, it's like if you put like a bicycle pump in the butt of the turtle and just started pumping, and its face just... I don't know. It's the ugliest thing.
The shell's even a different color than Dreadnought.
It is. Its shell's not even the same color. Just keep going. And by the way, I want to point out, we already had an alligator snapping turtle Pokemon.
Yeah, we did.
We did. We didn't need another one. I like this one, but we don't need another one. Okay, so
let's talk. This one I go back and forth on a lot.
Hatena. It's because it's something that, honestly, it kind of looks like a Pokemon.
It does.
It retains a color theme throughout the whole evolutionary line.
Right, you can tell it's the same thing.
And it's the same type the whole way through. It will gain Fairy. It's psychic natively, but it will gain Fairy as it hits its final form. I don't specifically hate it. I'm assuming it's going to be like a Hypnosis and a sleep-based Pokemon with Dream Eater.
Probably.
And it's going to get a Fairy type, so it may have some, Fairy abilities with that.
I don't really hate the designs of them, really.
Honestly, the first one, I don't have a problem with. It looks like a baby stage Digimon again. So,
it does,
I mean...
But I like the little party hat thing.
The middle one kind of bothers me. I'm not really getting it. The last one's kind of furry bait again.
Oh, yeah, it's furry bait.
And I'm a little not a fan of whenever they hit something that's clearly designed...
For furry bait.
For the lonely 40-year-old men who are just jacking it off to Gardevoir pics on the internet. That bothers me. But still, the thing is, it's a hat-based evolution. If you got their names, it's Hatcharem and Hatcharene are the other two evolutionary lines.
They should have been based on the hats. Like, that's like a party hat.
I thought it was like, I saw it as more like one of those hats, like cartoon characters would wear when they're going to sleep. Like Link's little tunic hat that like hangs down with the dots on it. Then you could have done,
like, when I see Hatina, I think of an antenna. When I see Hatrem, I don't even think of anything.
Hatcharem, I don't know what that is.
Hatterene, I
don't know. It looks like a really low poly witch hat on that last one.
One of the ones I don't hate again. Let's talk about this guy. I don't really hate him.
Coming up next, I don't like it.
I don't like it, but I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. You know what would have been better? Okay, just for the record, we're looking at Aracuda and Barrascuda. Honestly, you know what would have been way better than both of these? And I think you'll agree to this. The original designs they had in the Gold and Silver beta of the chain shark thing.
Yeah.
That would have been way cooler than this. But we got this guy probably because Aracuda needs to be grabbed in the mouth of that pelican thing who is next.
I hate that.
Cramorant, which, by the way, I guess we forgot that we also had a pelican Pokemon. Like, there's so many living creatures out there that you can make Pokemon of. Why do they keep redoing things? It does look really like Big Bird. But anyway, like, the design-wise, I think you kind of said you were liking Barrascuda.
I don't hate Barrascuda.
He's not bad. Honestly, he should have been a single stage.
He should have been.
He looks like a cool single stage. Since he has, like, a smaller form, now it feels like he's got to compensate for something else. And the first one's just dopey.
But this, I'd put that on my team fine. Like,
if it was a single stage.
Yeah,
it's because it's a double, I'm already turned off.
I'm not putting that bird on my team.
That Cramorant, that thing is dumb. And it's also water flying. I just saw that too. That is messed up. I'm so... whatever. We're moving on. So next we got...
This one, I don't know what they were trying to go for.
This is Silicobra and Sandaconda. So
I guess like I can see the conda because it's like supposed to look like it's wrapping around something.
Yeah, but it's like knotted itself.
But it's not. It's just it looks like it has just inflatable donut rings on it.
Yeah, it's a bad design. Let's just say it's a bad design.
We already had Ekans and Arbok.
These are ground types, but it's still I don't see what they're going. We had a ton of snakes. We don't need more snakes. We're just moving. Oh my god, this next one.
Chip and Mrs. Potts.
Yes, basically. You know, the thing is, what's funny is we're gonna try and move on, and we're scrolling on Matt's tablet in front of this, and we're not gonna say like who the Pokemon is first. We just go, oh my god, and that should be telling of what these Pokemon.
Well,
are
if I can say Chips and Mrs. Potts,
and you know what we're talking about,
know, like look at it.
Yeah, it's Chip and Mrs. Potts. So this is Sinistee and Poltegeist.
Oh good god.
I had to say
that. As someone who loves tea, this is painful.
That hurts me, yeah. This is bad. Can we just say, I don't think anyone in their right mind thinks this is a good design. You know, honestly, this makes me go back and think, like you were saying earlier, before the podcast as well. Remember when we thought Vanillite was a stupid idea? Yeah. And we thought that Trubbish was a bad idea? Is this ever gonna be a good idea?
Well, and my thing is like, I have issue with the typing too. It's just Ghost.
It's
Why
just
not
Ghost.
Water Ghost?
Just Ghost, yeah.
You're putting the tea thing in there, making Water Ghost.
I don't. Why is it not Water? I never thought of that. Why is it not Water Ghost? I mean, we had Water Ghost too, but can't tell me we didn't have just Ghosts. Oh, it's just wrong. It's just messed up. Or Steel Ghost too. Oh my god. There we go again. Roly-Coly. Also known as We Have You Already. The name's not even that different.
No, it's not.
It's like the same Pokemon.
Or Carcole.
And Carcole. So Roly-Coly evolves into Carcole. So they're making a Rock Fire, which honestly, that's kind of neat.
Okay,
that might be kind of neat.
Torkoal.
So I got it. Yeah. Well, was he Rock? I thought he was.
It doesn't matter. It's Torkoal.
Okay, yeah, the Pokemon is basically Torkoal again, except it's not a turtle. Honestly, the design for Corcoal is Boldore, like the same evolutionary line we're looking at here.
And then it evolves the Zora Magdaros.
Well, no, not yet.
We're
getting there later.
That
by the way,
later.
that's not just us. Everyone is saying that online. It turns into Zora Magdaros. We're looking at Colossal,
aka Aggron.
By the way, this is the first time I'm reading their names. That one hurt me a little inside.
It's because you're reading it out loud, and that's what hurts.
Colossal. You can't say it without...
All of these are puns.
But anyway, this is basically Rhyperior with a bunch of rocks piled up on his back. It looks like Aggron. It looks like so many Pokemon. But also at the same time, Like, because it looks like so many other Pokemon, it makes me want to keep it away from the other Pokemon.
Yep.
Like, get away. Its other forms are so stupid. You know, I like the typing, but gosh, that was terrible. Oh my god. That's basically the sound effect that means I looked at the next Pokemon. Oh my god.
Okay, now before we talk about this Pokemon, I want everyone who's never heard of Mr. Blobby to go to Google, go to Google Images, type in Mr. Blobby. It's from a British TV show, and have nightmares for the rest of your life, because this is where this thing belongs. Go ahead.
It also kind of looks like a creepy Gumby looking character.
No, you'll see it.
So anyway, this is for everyone who forgot that Phanpy and Donphan were good Pokemon who we
Oh my
liked.
god, they're the same typing too.
No, they're Steel.
Okay, thank God.
Well, yeah,
I thought they were the same typing. I'm like, oh my god, they just erased them from existence.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of are doing that.
But let's talk about the name.
Why are they Steel? Why are they Steel?
We haven't even said the name.
Oh yeah.
Qfant.
Qfant. Does that look cute to you?
No, it's got a spoon for a nose and some kind of weird head.
It has a sperm.
It looks like
for a
Mr.
nose.
Blobby.
That's a sperm, dude. It's thin right in the middle and it gets all wide at the edge. It's either that or it's a penis. I don't know which one.
Oh my god, that's a penis.
And that's not very cute. So then it evolves into Copperajah, which I don't know about you, but that looks like it's probably supposed to be from the, I don't know.
Hindu religion.
Yeah, the Hindu-Egyptian theme, if they were going for
But I hate it.
Why is it here? It looks like it's in the wrong region. And also, is that a fist at the end of its trunk?
Probably.
You know what? I wouldn't put
It's
it
gonna
past
fist
them.
you.
Oh, no! We're moving on. Dude, why? All right, so Impidimp. They'd already kind of leaked Impidimp themselves.
They leaked about him, but they never said anything.
Probably because the rest of his evolutions were so stupid. So this guy is Dark Fairy.
Which is interesting.
It's interesting, but we've seen it. I'm pretty sure we've seen that. He turns into Morgrem, which, like a little gremlin, and it looks like him.
Yeah, I
don't
can see that evolution.
I'm kind of seeing him looking like the Fey folk kind of thing.
Yeah,
which
that
fits
would've
the
been cool.
area. But
Then he goes
they didn't
full
go
Oni.
there. Yep, they did not go there. They instead decided to go Grimmsnarl. Oh my god.
We went back to Japan. I know we're in Europe, but we're going back to Japan.
I need the fisting elephant to fist my face because that hurt me. Grimmsnarl. Well, here, by the way, it looks nothing like the first two evolutions.
No,
nothing.
it's got the nose.
Absolutely not. Like here, the only reason I can tell that it is part of the same line is because it's the same typing and the naming convention sounds like it's the same thing. And I think the feet are green. That's it. Is that it?
That's it.
The feet are green. That's the only way you can tell.
Which Impidimp doesn't have green feet, but you know.
No, but whatever. So, dude, this hurts. This really hurts. Okay, we have a new 2 evolution. Hey, I didn't say, oh god, at this one. So that
No, but I will.
Sign.
No, once again, go to Google Images and type in, I think his name's Spike from My Little Pony.
It looks like a Neopet.
It does look like a Neopet.
This is Toxel, who evolves into Toxtricity.
Oh, good god, that hurt.
That's the...
That one hurt.
Okay, here, guys. Spend, little fun game. Spend 5 seconds, a whole 5 seconds and no longer thinking of a better name for a poison electric Pokemon. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's probably better than Toxtricity, right?
I don't even, what does he look like? Okay, hang on. Now I'm looking at...
Toxtricity.
Okay, so Toxtricity
Yeah, try and say that 5 times fast.
has like this mohawk thing, right?
Yes, it's not.
Is that a mohawk or is that a flat design on its head?
I can't tell. Toxel. He's pointing at Toxel's white thing on his head. We can't really tell because it's just a JPEG
looks like a
right
sperm.
now. It also looks like an electric sperm. Yeah, but yeah, this thing's totally a Neopet. We should just move on.
Okay, this one I don't hate. I'll be honest. I don't hate this one.
I mean, they totally forgot we already had several moth Pokemon.
They
so
did,
decided
but
to
I
make another
don't
one.
hate this one. I really don't.
I kind of like its design too. The thing is, I don't know how well it would fare in a competitive scene. It's probably going to die immediately, and also because of its typing of having ice, this thing's probably going to be later game, which is a real shame for it. So anyway, we're talking about Snom.
Which I hate the name. I hate the names. I love the design.
Is that a play on words of Nom and Snow?
Yes.
That hurts me.
The next one hurts even more.
Frostmoth. Oh, come on! Is effort this hard? Is it this hard? Is this creatures doing the naming too?
That I don't know. I don't know who decides
I don't
the
know
naming.
that. I do know that creatures are responsible for designing the Pokemon, which is why we're doing a Let's Be Honest about Creatures in, because honestly, this is, and it's actually kind of a pain because, like, fortunately, this is able to be a podcast, so the visuals wouldn't have helped you guys anyway.
But we told you where to go to pull it up.
Right, and okay, oh god.
Oh, so they're meant to complement each other.
Yeah.
Even though he is superiorly better, because that's a ×4 weakness right over there.
Yeah, so Matt is referring to Sizzlepede, and Centiscorch.
Can we just stop saying that?
No, I gotta do it. This hurts me.
It's like, I get it. We've had some pun names in the bad, but every one of these have been a pun.
They're bad puns too. Like you glance at this and you're like, I can think of a terrible name and there's no way that, and it's worse than that thing you thought.
But
So
anyway, this is one of the few you actually didn't hate, except for the fact that it's Scorlipede 2.0.
It's Scolipede 2.0, and it's also, we didn't need this because it's the Volcarona line. But still, I mean, that's because I like Scolipede. You know, I thought he was a cool Pokemon. Now, here's the thing. Scolipede is still way cooler in my book than this thing.
Oh, heck yeah. Are you kidding me? Yes.
Whirlipede's cooler than that thing. This thing's like, it's trying too hard. And also, it just looks...
Well, let me ask you this. With this design, I'm talking about Centiscorch, not look better if it was meant more like a celestial dragon.
That would be amazing. Or also, what they should have gone for, and I cannot freaking believe they didn't do in this, there is not a single Celtic dragon in the whole thing. In fact, we will get to the dragons, and oh lord.
The dragons.
Oh my god.
I want to hear you say Garchomp is no longer the worst dragon.
I don't think he ever was, actually.
Okay, design-wise.
But still, we got a lot of ground to cover.
So
anyway, I just want to point out one more thing.
Go ahead.
Sizzlepede is... It looks like he was run over by a car.
Yeah.
Let's move on. So anyway, oh my god.
We forgot about Inkay, and you're going to have to turn your Switch upside down to evolve it probably, because you know that was a great mechanic.
We also thought about Octillery. And let me point out that these two octopus Pokemon are fighting type.
Could have been water fighting and would have been cooler.
This is Clobopus. That sounds bad. Dude, whoa!
You've been one of my greatest friends. Let me clobber your puss.
You want to clob my puss?
I want to clobber your puss.
You know what? We've known each other since 2nd grade. I think it's finally time
that
we clob each other's puss.
Yes, we can clob each other's puss.
On camera. Let's do it. And then after that, we're going to Grapploct.
Grapploct?
Grapploct? What does that even say?
Grapploct? Grapploct?
Is it going for lock like
I guess like you're grappling and
I'm thinking lock like a swamp, like a deep swamp.
No, that's LOC H.
Yeah, but
it looks like a stupid luchador wrestler thing.
Yes, it's a terrible design. It looks like a stupid luchador, and also the Clobopus is basically Crabominable again. Let's move Clobopus. Guys!
I need a moment, please. Just one. I just need one moment to really soak in the name Clobopus. Because it wasn't that bad until I actually heard it out loud.
Guys, I got a much better use of your $60 instead of paying for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Go downtown in the middle of the night to the strip club and go Clobopus. Moving on.
We'll get a better volume. Oh, this is interesting.
You didn't see that?
The question mark? No.
Anyway, we're looking... Well, actually, Matt was skipping one. We're looking at...
Oh, that's right.
Duraludon.
A.K.A. Who does he look like, Alex?
Several things. He looks like Avalugg. He looks like that one...
Gigalith.
He looks like Gigalith. He also looks like...
Aggron.
Aggron. What was that Ultra Beast? Stila?
I don't know. I don't know, dude. Cares about the Ultra
he's
Beast.
Also Steel. That's why I thought of it. But Steel and Dragon? Like, what the heck is that? That's a dragon? That's not even the one I was getting at, by the way. I didn't even know that. But also, let's just forget him and move on. Stonjourner. Like, dude, this is a Stonehenge Pokemon.
It's a Stonehenge Pokemon with boots.
Yes, it's a Stonehenge Pokemon with boots.
Whose typing is ?rock.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what that means yet. This is still the leaked list, so it's not totally out yet. But anyway, it might be ground rock.
It looks stupid.
Who cares? You know, I didn't have a problem with an Easter Island head, for Nosepass because that's at least kind of made sense.
Yeah, that's
because
at
that
least
was like a
topical.
characterization of something. This is just pillars of rock.
It's like a square Geodude that they put on legs.
That one.
What the heck
I
is
just
this?
need to move. Pinchurchin? Pinchurch. I don't know, but it's an electric type Pukimukyu little urchin.
Why is
thing.
it not water or electric if it's supposed to be a sea
Why did
urchin?
this not show up in a Lola?
Why does it have a butt on its face?
Why does it have a butt on its face? Let's move on to basically Esper again. This is Indeedee.
No, not Indy. There's no N there.
Oh, you're right. ED. How do you say that?
EDD.
Oh my god.
There's no N there.
I
There
wish,
should be.
Man, you know, of all the times in my life, I really regret not going to Boy Scouts to learn how to tie a noose.
I can show you how.
Okay, thanks, Matt. We'll do that right
Oh,
after we
right.
club a puss.
You gotta call
Oh no! All right, moving on. Next, we have one of the Dragon 3 lines, starting with Applin.
Now, I want to get one thing out of the way. Grass Dragon would be a cool combo,
It would.
but this thing,
It's an apple.
it's an apple.
It is an apple. Now here, why wasn't this grass bug? You know, if there's like a little worm inside of it, it's obviously coming out in the second version, which is Flapple, which is like flapping the apple skin. But the first one's just straight up an apple.
It's just
just
an apple.
point that out. It's just an apple.
And since it's dragon, it's gonna be late game.
Yep. So
Then you got Flapple, which is like a wyvern.
and then we have the apple turnover Pokemon, creatively named Appleton. And at least it looks a little bit more like a dragon, but
It loses its wings.
yeah, it loses its wings. So wait, so was it flying before?
Appleton.
This thing,
It has a guy Gigantamax or whatever the hell it is.
you know what? I am sick of food Pokemon.
Same.
I'm sick of food Pokemon. You know, people didn't like it when they started making them originally. That should have been the warning signs. And this is clear that right now with all the risky designs they're going through in here, Creatures Inc. is not paying attention.
Oh, they
to
don't
what
care.
They don't care. And there's been a whole trend right now with people talking about these, and they're saying that Creatures and mostly Game Freak are just, and even it goes all the way up to the Pokemon Company, are just trying to take advantage of little kids anymore. They're
Yep.
not trying to make good quality content at all. They're just trying to take advantage of kids.
I don't even know a kid. My nephew won one.
Oh my God!
This guy. This is my number one hate because it's not showing the other form.
Honestly, that oh my god for me was a little louder too, so this might be the worst. Say it, Matt. Say its name.
How? SQ?
Ice Cube.
Ice Cube. and
It's an ice cube.
It's literally a penguin with a square snow on its head, and when it melts, it looks like a depressed penguin with.
It's a penguin with.
It doesn't
an ice
even look like a
cube
penguin.
for a face. This looks like the most uncreative thing I have ever seen, ever come out of Creatures
It's even
Inc.
worse when the cube goes away.
Yeah, it is. And, oh, God. This may be the worst. I honestly, God, I can't look at it anymore. We gotta move on. Next we have is Dreepy. He's a dragon ghost. I don't know why, but
Garatina's
also...
crying in the corner.
He is, yeah. And what's the deal with his eyes? And, like, what's he walking on? And it just looks like such an awkward little thing. And then it evolves, and it, like, the Pokemon itself is, like, riding on the back of the other bigger thing, which is Dracloak?
Dracloak.
I don't know. I don't know what's even
And then
happening.
here comes one of the most creative names in all of mankind.
And then Dragapult. Still retaining the same types, which, I mean, is okay. I mean, it's cool to see that off a legendary, you know, Dragon Ghost, but...
Yeah, but not on this.
What the heck is that thing? You know,
It's a catapult. It shoots the smaller ones.
Is it floating in the air?
What is it with this
Or is
generation in shooting smaller Pokemon?
I don't know, man. I don't know. Oh, Phalanx.
Why is it fighting?
I just saw that too. It's fighting.
Like, I get it. It's supposed to be...
You've seen all the little ones, right? They all on a line up
Yeah.
and make this big thing. So it's basically Doug Trio in a line, except it's the same concept, but a bunch of little things. I
Theo
could have
would've been
sworn it.
better.
Yeah, but who's gonna want that on their team? That thing's so stupid.
I don't know. Whoever wants these abominations on their team next.
And now we're going to basically Bad Science the Pokemon. We're looking at the abominations that are the fossils of this generation.
Which is an insult to science. Like, yes, we've mismatched fossils, but not like this.
Yeah, if you guys know Matt loves himself some dinosaurs, so he knows this stuff. This is an insult to science.
Like,
we're looking at their names. I just want to say it before we move on. Dracozolt and Arctozolt.
yeah. So the whole thing is like we mismatched skeletons, which, yes, that was a thing. It happened.
Also, the original skeletons for dinosaurs were discovered around there, so I think that's what they were trying to go for.
Well, yeah, for my thing is, look at the history of the iguanodon skeleton. It'll make sense. Like, we used to think they were slow, dumb, belly-crawling creatures, and we had to change the skeletons around. This one...
Also, Spinosaurus was another big one, too.
Oh, Spinosaurus was a big one. But that one was just because we didn't have enough bones.
Right, we just didn't have enough
But
information.
this one, it's like, I can obviously tell, like, the vertebrae of that should not line up with that.
No scientist, much less preschooler, is so boneheaded to attach those two things together. It's an insult. And also, like... The ones when they did mismatch them, like you were saying before, they were putting skulls on the ends of tails, thinking it was the neck.
Right, or we misplaced the femur bone and all that. But
it's not like they put it on like an aquatic creature. This hurts. Also, the fact that this is glorifying mistakes and dumb science. Mm-hmm. And it's exaggerating them.
And it doesn't even end there.
Degree.
It doesn't end there.
It doesn't end there. There are two more.
This one pisses me off.
This is strain. Oh, this is Dracovish and Arctovish. Oh,
like
this hurt. Okay, here. Oh,
the thing is
you know what Dracovish reminds me of?
What?
Okay, you know those Pokemon Fusion things you can go see online where they like scramble Pokemon sprites and make random stuff? That looks like the random kind of freaky crap that can come out of that.
Well, my question is, it's the mismatched skeleton thing, but why would you not have it be like,
Can't we have the correct one? Can't they evolve into the correct one at least?
Well, why would you not have this guy's head on the other one's body? Because, like, these both share the same torso, and it's of a Pokemon that doesn't match either.
Why didn't this go like an...
also, this one's head's completely upside down, and we're not that dumb.
Dude.
Sorry, that's pissing me off.
But anyway, like, I also don't understand, why is this not like a Selger, Escavalier thing?
I don't know.
Where they instead, like, kind of switch, you don't just make stuff up.
Look, I literally gave you a full-on idea the other night of what would have been a better version of this, but...
Yes, and honestly, no, just very quickly, tell them.
So, basically, my idea was, you go get the fossil, they bring it back, but it fails, so it's just a reanimated skeleton crawling on all fours.
Maybe part ghost type or something.
Yeah, like ghost ground. We'll say it's ghost ground.
Because they didn't understand how to bring it back.
So they're like, okay, it failed, we don't know why, take it with you. You go take it with you, level 23, it evolves. To evolve, you get a call from the scientist saying, hey, we think we figured out, can you bring him back to the lab? You put him in again, it fails again. This time he comes out standing upright, tail dragging on the ground like we thought they used to do, but he's still a reanimated skeleton. They're like, okay, we'll try again. Level 33, he's ready to evolve again. You get a call, hey, bring him back to the lab. You bring him back, he's finally goes through, it's successful, he's standing upright, he has flesh, feathers, all of that.
All of that.
And he's finally fixed and complete, and get rid of the ghost type, give him like dark type, dark ground, whatever.
Also, it would finally be a 3-stage fossil.
It would be a 3-stage fossil. Sweet. That would better explain how we thought the skeleton positions would go through, and he'd be cooler.
Everything about this so far has been an absolute insult, but it's going to get worse. We're moving on to legendaries. Now, first off, we have...
These are weird.
Zacian, which I believe is... Is that the...
He's the sword wolf.
Is it? Because I think that's the first version of the dog.
Well, no, because there's another one. That looks more like the shield.
Honestly, I don't remember. I think there's like there is another Pokemon. Okay, here. All I know is there is some version of the dog, I think, that turns into another version of the dog, or maybe I don't know. It's kind of all over the place. But even if these are just singles, then the sword one is fairy, and the shield is fighting. And
I hate it.
Why
do we not have dragons for Sword and Shield? Why do we not have Celtic dragons for Sword and Shield?
I don't know. I mean, here, moving on. We've known about these guys for a long time, and they suck too.
This thing.
Eternatus, a poison dragon.
AKA, we can't get off our Ultra Beast hype.
Yeah, but this design just...
I hate it.
I
hate it.
Me too. This, honestly... I can't describe how ugly this thing is. It's like they're trying too hard. That's what it feels like. Does it feel like that to you? Like they're just putting spikes on everything.
And then his other form is the legitimate carbon copy of, what is it? Oh yeah, the last boss in Okami. Because it's just a hand attached to a disc.
Anyway, we're going to try and speed up through here. Now we have alternate forms of things. We already knew that Morpeko had his hangry form, which, whatever. Now, Toxtricity also has a different form. I honestly don't even see the freaking difference.
He's blue instead of yellow.
Who cares? Type-wise, he didn't even change, so I don't care.
Ididi's terrifying.
Ididi gets even more thousand-yard stare. Matt just saw Ice Cube. I don't... it's so unsettling. That's what these are all like. They're just unsettling. Now here's Zakian and Zamazenta's alternate forms. They show up down here.
So they get
That's
steel.
what I was confused about. Yeah. So
they get steel.
They will get steel type if they get the equipment. So if the Dark Souls ripoff picks up his sword, then he's gonna be part steel type. And same goes for the Doug who stuck his face in a cement pit. So, all right, moving on. And then there's Eternatus, who
is the last boss of Okami.
Yes, basically it's just a total rip off the last boss of Okami.
Now, let's talk about the other abomination in this game.
Galarian forms. This, oh man.
Where we literally said, we don't like that they evolved to that Pokemon, we're going to make them evolve to this.
You know what? Something that this whole generation just makes me feel in general, everything coming together, now that this is finally out and I know what was really in here, I want, for an entire generation of Pokemon, to stick my head in the ground like an ostrich and just wait until...
Oh, I'm waiting until it passes. I'm hiding in my bunker.
Dude, I'm going to play anything but this.
I'm going to play World. I'm going to wait for Fatalis to come out.
Yeah, there's so many other good games you can play, guys. Don't waste your money on this game is what we're trying to get at. But anyway, Galarian Meowth. That thing looks...
Which can't turn into a Galarian, like Gigamax form of Meowth. You need the special Meowth for that.
Right, that's true. How are they even gonna do that?
I don't know. Probably you gotta buy something like you do to get the Pikachu or
So
Eevee.
freaking stupid. You gotta.
And then he doesn't evolve into Persian.
No, we found this out earlier. So he evolves into Perskirter, and we didn't even talk about the designs. This thing just looks.
I don't know. It's like they're like, let's take Meowth's face and put it on a Dust Bunny.
You know, they could have passed this as a normal Pokemon in this generation, and I would have said, you know, it looks just like Meowth, but whatever. Everything else in your generation you designed looks just like another Pokemon you've already done, but I would have at least accepted it. But this thing just... They could have passed it as like a little gremlin or something.
They could. Just get rid of the coin on the head.
But it's... What type? No, it's Steel. No, also, I'm getting a real Where the Wild Things Are vibe from that thing. Same for Perskirter.
I hate it.
I hate it too.
One I don't hate, and then I end up hating it.
So,
the Ponyta. I don't hate the Ponyta. The Ponyta is adorable. It's the wrong type.
It is the wrong type. At least it evolves into the right type. It does get Fairy. It should have been Fairy and then Fairy Psychic.
But how do you ruin Rapidash?
That Rapidash, it looks like you made it, you like...
It's a Barbie Playhouse pony.
You gave it a dialysis, took all of its blood out and put nothing but pure estrogen inside.
Like, the thing that I hate the most, and this is just a nitpicky part, is the Rapidash that I like, the eyes are perfect. This thing, I hate the eyes.
Yeah, they're freaky looking. They look like a Barbie doll toy, don't they?
They do. Like, if you would have kept it like the Ponyta, where it's just like the big wide eyes.
Yeah,
people...
no, here, like, the Ponyta was obvious My Little Pony pandering, but the Rapidash is a whole nother level.
Like, that's not even My Little Pony. That's Barbie Dreamhouse.
Yeah, this is not even funny. I can't look at it. I have to keep going. Oh my god. What they did to...
Farfetch'd?
Farfetch'd.
Except now there's a new Farfetch'd?
Yes, there's actually a Galarian Farfetch'd we've spotted. We don't know exactly what it looks like, but we're assuming he's fighting type. And it's going to turn into Surfetch'd.
Which I hate. I hate.
You know...
Yeah, you know the Japanese samurai thing? Get rid of it.
Yeah, right. Like, that was the whole theme. But no... Isn't that just a slap in the face, ethnicity-wise, to everything that's... we've seen him. I'm going to skip him. The wheezing.
Now, here's the thing. I don't hate the wheezing, but I don't hate... Here's the thing.
I'm Doug Dimmadome. I want to live down Dimmadome.
Exactly. I like him as, like, a fan art interpretation. Like, I'd see that on, like, Reddit or DeviantArt and go, oh, you know, that's kind of funny looking.
It is
cool.
funny, yeah, but...
But the fact that it's official makes me sad.
Same. And do you want to say the fact that it makes you official makes you sad? Let's move on to probably the most nightmare fuel-inducing thing I have seen in this generation yet, which is the Mr. Mime, Mr. Rhyme.
AKA Baby from Five Nights at Freddy's sister location.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, this thing is freaky looking. And also, I want to point this out.
He's ice type now, too.
Even Mr. Mime from Generation 1 looked more lively and realistic
Than this
than
thing.
whatever the heck this thing is. This thing looks...
Why is he ice type?
I don't know.
He's psychic ice.
Well, that's why he's Mr. Rhyme when he evolves. But it's hurt. Is he getting smaller too? Like, what's up with that?
I don't know. I don't like it. I had enough issues with Mime Jr.
Is its belly a face? What happens? Can Mime Jr. turn into this thing?
No, I guess not. I don't know.
Or is Mr. Rhyme...
Mime Jr.'s not in the game.
Is Mr. Rhyme the baby?
No, it's the evolution.
Maybe. I mean, we don't really know that for sure.
Well, he's an old man. He's got to be the evolution.
You're right. Good point.
And then what they did to one of your personal favorites. They literally killed it.
I love Johto.
Literally.
But here, hold on. We're talking about Corsola. But actually, I'm sorry. It's Cursola.
No, that's its evolved form.
Galarian Corsola, sorry. And Cursola. It is a curse. So anyway, of all of the single stage... part rock Pokemon that they could have screwed with in Johto. Thank God they did not mess with my Shuckle. I was scared. I heard they were going to mess with Shuckle and Dunsparce were ones they were going to mess with. So, but anyway, this is a ghost type Corsola.
It's dead coral.
Yeah,
which makes me sad.
That it's sad. Look, it is sad itself. So, once again, it's another one of those dead Pokemon. This is awful. And then it evolves into it. Like regrowing as new coral, but it's supposed to be. It's still ghost.
It doesn't evolve into new coral. It's just shattered coral, and that's the spirit leaving its body.
I thought it was like once the coral breaks, it like more coral starts growing inside of it. That's what they were going for. But still, why did this not happen in Alola? If you wanted to do this, why is it here?
Especially with the one Pokemon in Alola that says it eats Corsola.
Right? Why would you know what? This whole generation feels like we are getting the leftovers from 2-week-old takeout that someone had of like old Pokemon designs. That's all this is. It's these all hurt me. Oh my God, the Stunfisk.
Poor Stunfisk.
Poor freaking Stunfisk. Why is he a bear trap?
Why is he steel now?
What? I don't know. Just it all hurts. It all hurts. Oh,
my poor baby boy. Oh my God, this makes me so mad.
This one was revealed. This is Zigzagoon, Galarian Linoon. And then that abomination Obstagoon.
They ruined Zigzagoon. I love Zigzagoon. I have shiny Zigzagoon. I specifically hunted that shiny Zigzagoon because I like him so much, and then they killed him.
You want to get more of them in Pokemon Go. And the real punch in the gut here is the fact that because they're making these extra evolutions for old Pokemon, this is like a Sinnoh big mistake, where these things are permanent. These are Pokemon now. There's no going back on this.
Nope.
These are real, and they're forever. So with that thing being real, not like a Mega Evolution, which you can phase out like they finally did here, this is permanent.
Yep.
So now there is no reason to ever just use Zigzagoon and Linoon. Now you're an idiot if you do, because if you play the other evolutionary line, it will evolve further and it's bigger and it's stronger.
I literally kept Linoon on my team to the Elite Four.
You did?
Because he was that good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you can make him good. And that's the thing. It's your partner Pokemon. You know, it doesn't matter. Yeah, sure, there's better, higher stat things you could have used.
But I liked him, so I kept him on my team.
You don't like the thing is they don't need to encourage us with extra evolutions and obvious Kiss references to try and entice us to use other Pokemon. They're going about everything in the wrong direction. I feel.
And let's choose a Pokemon no one really cared
about. Yeah, so
like, I don't. Everyone has their favorite Pokemon. So if it is your favorite Pokemon, good on you. I'm not dissing you for it.
I mean, Darmanitan was big in the branding department when they were showing off Gen 5 with Zoroark. So, I mean, he's probably some people's favorite Pokemon. He was just really off-putting.
Why did they ruin him?
Honestly, he didn't have much to ruin to me. This is just another awkward, unwanted variant of a Pokemon that wasn't that popular. So, whatever. I don't know what the heck they're doing here. Oh, man. And Yamask. What is...
Who doesn't evolve into Cofagrigus anymore?
No, this is different. So this Galarian Yamask will evolve into Runeus. Oh man, am I gonna have to censor myself?
I think you did, because you really did just say that.
Dude!
Oh my god.
How are you supposed to say that right?
Runerigus?
I'm not saying it again!
Say it!
That's its
Bleep
name!
yourself again!
Dude, I can't!
But yes.
It doesn't help that it's black.
And if you do pronounce it this way, like, I can see, because you're just gonna say it. You're gonna say...
Don't.
I know, but...
Maybe it's my dyslexia moving the G,
no, it's
but...
not. Because it's near.
No, near it? Oh, that's so bad. I see it. Oh. Because I know Cophagrigus
It could have
is how you say it.
It could have just been Runegigus.
Yes, it could have just been a Runegigus or something. Runegus. It could have been... Why wasn't it Oh.
That's 2 bleeps you gotta do.
So
one was on me, the other one's on you.
That's their fault, man.
No, it's not.
But anyway, like, what they could have...
It's stupid.
What makes me mad is this was them almost doing the Celtic dragon.
Yep.
Because this is what their designs were like. You can kind of see the runes in the shapes that this Cophagrigus is actually showing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, it's not really... Like, where's the dragon? You made an apple turnover instead.
Alright, now we're on to rejected mega evolutions. Or
Also
beta
known
evolutions.
Yeah, also known as the Gigantamax. And beta evolution is the best way to start with this, because we're looking at Charizard first, too. It hasn't been released, but this thing was, as you pointed out, just look at this thing, guys. It's a combination of Mega Charizard X and Y. So this was probably his first design for his Mega, and they split him, and this scrap thing
And they're
showed
like,
up
oh
here.
god, Sword and Shield's not going to sell that well. We need something to get other people in. Throw Charmander in there, because people love Charmander.
This is a generation of scrapped Pokemon. Like this next one, a scrapped Mega is Butterfree.
Who should have been in there, because we had Beedrill, and I always thought it was weird we didn't have Butterfree.
We all thought it was freaking weird. People designed that thing. Also was released Chubby Chew. How come Chubby Pikachu was not like Cantonian Pikachu? Just make the name Cantonian Pikachu. No one's gonna be mad.
Which you can only get if you bought Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu, by the way.
Oh, man, yeah, I forgot about that one. And the same thing for the Eevee. Then there is the Meowth with the tall cat meme. Is that what it was?
Which you can't use the Galarian Meowth. It has to be the special one.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's all kinds of dumb.
And it can't evolve. That's probably why it can't evolve.
This is stupid. They're trying to forget that Persian exists, like they're trying to purge the fact that Raichu exists.
Yep.
And also, can we stop with the Kanto pandering? Please?
No.
Sorry, we're not done. We have so many more to go through, like Machamp.
It looks so dumb.
That looks so stupid. Machamp was powerful enough. Is he not OP enough?
Yeah.
And let's move on. Okay, Kingler.
Where I get where they were going, but they did it wrong.
Yeah, like you're going for a Japanese spider crab, I get that, but why didn't you just make... First of all, why would the Japanese spider crab appear here? And then why does he have a big fluffy beard that goes down to his legs? The thing is, I would have loved a Japanese spider crab Pokemon.
Yep.
Like,
and then my poor Lapras.
Poor Lapras. Why
Lapras
poor Lapras? It's all of our poor Lapras.
I know, but Lapras isn't supposed to look scary. It's Lapras. It's nice. It's gentle. And they gave it like these weird demon glowing eyes and like this intimidating presence.
Each and every one of these I look at is another Clobblepuss or whatever to my back end.
I want someone to explain this art to me.
The Eevee, how it's underlit for some reason.
It's underlit and it has some kind of rim lighting under its face. Where's that light coming from? Does it have LEDs underneath the fluff there?
Oh, man. I really hope that wasn't Ken Sugimori doing this, because that is bad. That is really bad. And then, oh my gosh, because we all think Garbodor was a great Pokemon to look back on and say, yeah, that thing was so good, I want more of that. They made a Gigantamax Garbodor, Matt.
Yes, they did.
Corviknight gets one for some reason, even though, do you see the difference?
Not really.
I don't really see
honestly, when it came in the trailer, I didn't see any difference.
I thought when they were showing off Gigantamaxes, that I was like, what's the difference? Because Dynamax was everybody, right? That's the word for everybody, and then Gigantamax is when it's got a different form. Is that right?
It's Mega Evolution, but we don't want to use that word anymore.
I don't care. I'm not playing this crap. I'm not wasting my life with this. All creamy. Hey, Matt. After you clobber Puss, you want to get all creamy?
No, because we'll get all creamy while we're clobber pussing.
We're gonna get all. Oh gosh.
I hate it. It's a cake. I hate it.
It's just a cake. Why? I don't know why they bother with this. And then Dreadnought gets one, but I mean, honestly,
I hate how his hands are like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's trying to be Blastoise.
He's trying to be Blastoise.
Or if anything, they're saying like, "Hey, I hope this fills that Blastoise hole that we've clearly
Squirtle
put in our
fans,
games."
I hope you don't cry yourselves asleep.
Yep, sorry. You know my original Pokemon, actually technically, because my first ever Pokemon I played was Pokemon Blue, my first ever Pokemon was Squirtle. He always has a special place in my heart.
Now he's gone.
He's gone. He's not in this game. Moving on, that hat thing, that hat Pokemon, it has another hat form. It's just a different hat.
Well, it's more furry baiting.
Yeah, this is way more furry baiting than the other one before, but I honestly, does this need to be huge? Like,
no.
Like, honestly, like, nobody looked at this is another thing, Game Freak thing. Nobody looked at raids in Pokemon Go and said, wow, I wish Pokemon were just large in the Pokemon games.
Hey, you know
because
what?
That's the cool part of a raid.
All the hating we got, I will say this. I am actually really happy that Game Freak went out of their way to do a collab with Capcom. So that way we could get a Monster Hunter monster in Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's just so cool that they would do that.
Wait a minute, but
like,
actually...
that's such a good crossover idea. Because, I mean, imagine catching a Monster Hunter monster. That's so cool.
Actually, this is just coming in right now. It looks like that is all bullcrap. And they totally ripped off Capcom.
No.
And
This is a crossover event,
the Monster
right?
Hunter World crossover event you thought we had with...
Because this is coming after the cool Resident Evil one, right?
Colossal is actually just a total ripoff of Zora Magdaros. We all know it.
What?
It's not real. Dude, this is
Zora
so
Magdaros.
obvious!
Like, it's not even hiding.
This is so obvious! You know what reminds me?
I can literally see where I climb up for the fight to go get the Magma Core.
Yeah, I actually know. I can kind of see where the Magma Cores go. You know what reminds me? Of the last time a company tried to copy Monster Hunter's stuff, and they posted, they were making fun of what was that garbage game with only 4 things? It was an obvious copy.
It starts with
the D. Dauntless. So in Dauntless, like, they showed 2 side-by-side pictures in their tweet, and it looked just like Odegarin, but like way worse. And it's side-by-side of Odegarin, and the poses and everything was even the same. And the Monster Hunter team development team actually posted and wrote on their Twitter, "This is what happens when you copy someone's homework and still get a bad grade."
Yep.
And I cannot help but think of the exact same thing when I look at this Gigantamax for Colossal.
It
is. Come on.
It is. It's Zora Magdaros.
It's Zora Magdaros. Like, that's just shameful. All right, let's just move on. So, Grimmsnarl,
a.k.a. the Dark Side Heart, the very first Kingdom Hearts boss you fought in KH1.
Dude, it's so many things. It's so many
Yeah, but
things.
I'm going to bring this up. I want you to tell me the difference.
I've seen what that is. No, hold on. We just got to finish. This is already going way over time.
But you see it, right? You see it.
I totally know what you're talking about. Yeah, the very first boss that you fight.
Yep.
But there's so many other things that it also is.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, you know what it's not? The actual Grimmsnarl doesn't look anything like it.
Nope.
And also, Grimmsnarl looked nothing like its previous form. Think about it. This is Impidimp. Okay? God, it's so bad. Also, Centiskorch got really long.
Yeah. Once again, it would have looked better as a Celestial Dragon.
Yes. This could have been the amazing Celestial Dragon. You know, it reminded me. That's a great thing that you pointed out. Every single Pokemon generation, bar this one, there has at least been one Pokemon, that I looked at and said, I freaking love it.
Yeah.
I'm all in. I love it. Not once did you even hear me so much as go halfway on that throughout this episode.
No, neither have I.
Nothing. And
can I make a team of 6? No.
I honestly don't think I can make a team of 6 either. And then, of course, the Dragon Apple Turnover gets covered in what? Is that caramel?
Yep.
Dude, where's that rope?
Not yet.
Dude, I need it.
Not yet.
I need it.
We haven't even gone over who's actually in the deck.
Because honestly, we don't really have a lot of time left because I know we're running super long here. So instead, we're just going to kind of zoom through this really quickly. And because there are so many Pokemon that are not here And honestly, there was a much better version of this that I had on my
You got
phone.
it on your phone.
So I'm just going to run through some of these because I'm just going to name names of who's not in this because this is really painful. So first, like I said before, Charizard is the only
He's the only
starter who has made it into this. Other than that, of course, we got Butterfree's line, but Beedrill's not in it. Neither is Pidgeot's line, Raticate's line. Maybe I should just say who is in it because there's so many that are cut.
We got Vigavolt's line.
There's no legendaries bar Mew other than the ones they want you to play with in this game.
P-Dov's line is in the game.
Here, I can just run through really quick.
Go ahead.
We got, so I mentioned those other two. We got Pikachu's line, of course. We got Clefairy's line, Vulpix's line, Oddish's line, Diglett, Meowth. We know about Rapidash, Machop, Growlithe. But the thing is, this isn't doing it any credit. You gotta know who's not here. Like, there's so many good Pokemon that are not here.
Garchomp's not here.
It's the ones that they picked that I look at and I'm like, you picked Diglett over, like, Alakazam? Or, like, even if you're trying to get something comparable, like, what?
Avalug's in the game.
Avalug is in the game?
Number 359.
Oh my gosh, this just hurts. You know, anyway, the entire Pokedex is already leaked, so just go through it and look, and you're probably going to see a lot of heartbroken stuff. And, you know, we all know that this was a port. We've gone over this in the last Let's Be Honest. This was a port, and they're doing this intentionally, withholding Pokemon, so that they can sell you more when next November, count my words, they're going to make another version of this game, just like the Ultra Moons, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. They're going to sell you more Pokemon added into it, but it's going to be the same game, repackaged for another set of $60 a pop.
Where's Garchomp?
Is Garchomp not in?
Where's Garchomp?
Garchomp cut? You know what?
There's Axew.
Yep, Garchomp's cut. Garchomp is not in the game. Right there. He's not in.
But
dude, there's so many other Pokemon that are not in that
Bulbasaur?
Here, we didn't put in Scolipede because we didn't want people to obviously see that we were ripping off our own Pokemon design. Like, it's so bad.
Purloin's in.
It's so bad.
Diggersby's in.
Why? There's so many Pokemon that are obviously ripped off and they're still in here. I don't get it. They took out Jumpluff because they obviously didn't want people to see that one. Dude.
Wingull's in, obviously, so we'll have to burn that other bird.
Okay, I love Shuckle, but why is he in? There's so many other Pokemon that should be in here first, but they put Shuckle in. And Shuckle's my favorite Pokemon. I'm not dissing the dude. I love him, but dude, this hurts so much that, you know what? I just have to sit back and say, you know what? Why would they you know what? I'm going to leave that rest of that for you guys. I just honestly want to know, what do you guys think about the designs of these things? Because you know what? I was really hoping, because like we said before, I want them to do well.
Well, it's one of those, like, I thought for sure, the fact that they weren't showing us anything.
That was a warning sign.
Like,
I was scared.
I thought at first it was like, okay, they're really saving their good stuff. They're really going to hold on to it because they really want it to be a surprise. No.
But the problem
they didn't show us it because they were embarrassed of it.
And this happens every single time. Stuff leaks every single time. And
the fact that there's no demo for the game that you can play.
And the fact that this is hitting us all at once, because it's hitting everybody all at once. And to be fair, we didn't jump into this the day it all happened. This is the day after. We had some time to sit down, time to breathe. And it is still a disgrace.
It's upsetting. It really is.
It's because these are real Pokemon. And, you know, we've been playing every generation of Pokemon since they came out. What was your first Pokemon game?
Pokemon Red and Blue.
And, you know, honestly, what was your first video game? How close to that was that? That had to have been very close, because I know my very first Pokemon game
I think
was
it was either
Blue.
the second one or third, because my first video game was Spyro the Dragon.
Okay, so you were playing...
and I already had to go through this heartache with Spyro, and I really didn't want to go through it with Pokemon.
You know, Spyro at least got a really cool reimagining coming back, but the thing is, like... And maybe he'll see some extra life in Smash Brothers, but still, I see that. But Pokemon's still here, and the thing is, it's like a train wreck. Imagine if Spyro kept train wrecking harder and harder every year, but for some reason it's selling to kids, and it did. I understand that, but it over and over every single year, and you have to keep seeing it.
Yep, and here's the thing, like, the fact that we're saying this, we're immediately, regardless of our defenses and going to both sides, we're immediately going to get hit with, oh, you guys are just old, so you don't like new Pokemon.
And you can't call us, Kanto fanatics because they're pandering to Kanto in this.
Kanto's not even my favorite generation.
Not
I really
mine
don't
either.
like Kanto.
Honestly, my favorite generation to play is Gen 3. My favorite Pokemon is from... Actually, my top 2 favorite Pokemon are from Gen 2. So, don't even go there. In fact, there's a lot of Pokemon in Kanto I find to be hilariously bad designs too. But this is every Pokemon that they designed for this entire generation. Outside of, honestly, which is really weird, the first stages of the starters, they're not that bad.
Well, it's because they had to use those to sell.
They did. They had to sell them, and they hid the rest of it, which I knew was selling, because they always show this stuff early. So, man, this is really sad.
My favorite thing, it's the trailer that they put out for Sword and Shield.
I have seen it.
The fact that it's on console. Have you seen how good the Pokemon look in that trailer?
Yeah, I've seen that they totally changed that.
Yeah, you saw that, right? How nice and smooth and high res they look in that trailer.
I also want to point out one more thing. This is going to be a Game Freak thing, and it's probably going to come up in our Let's Be Honest About Sword and Shield, and I know we got to wrap this up. I'm sorry, we're way over time, but the game is not even running at high def.
Nope.
This thing is 1280 720, and I bet you it's running at 30 frames per second.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yep, and you know that those high-resolution trailers you're seeing, that's not in-game footage.
It's going to lag.
Well, it's going to lag. They're running it on something else. They can't do that. And besides, if they write something at the bottom in very tiny little white print that they always hide, like, and they'll always say that when they show a cinematic burst, so they can get away with showing you. A lot of game companies sometimes do this. Will show you like nicer versions of cutscenes. That's what Pokemon was just doing. They're in so much trouble. They're in so much trouble.
Just give the license to Niantic. They're honestly doing better.
Give
with
the
a
license
mobile game.
to anybody else. But here's the thing. Last time we were talking about Game Freak, this is Creatures Inc. Creatures Inc. also needs to go.
Yep.
The whole
just keep
shebang.
Ken, get rid of everyone else.
I don't see a single thing that happened in Sword and Shield so far that I thought, yes, I'm all in. You know, here, one thing was, and since we got bleeped so much, what the hell? It is half-assed. This is their freaking fake attempt at doing open world.
Oh yeah, the one area.
This is what Pokemon needed to be. The one route in the game. Pokemon needed to be this, and they didn't do it. So anyway, we're getting way off topic and way over time. So anyway,
we'll eventually do like maybe once the game actually comes out and we see actually what's all in it.
Yeah, we're gonna see reviews.
Maybe we can just do
everything.
we'll bring Ken or someone do like a 2-hour rant.
Yes,
where we're just ranting.
We want it to do well. That's the thing. Know that we.
I
kind of
don't want it to do well.
Well,
I want them to see their mistakes and be like, oh, we can't keep shoveling this.
Well, but you want this for a good reason. And I kind of agree. If it's going to go down a train wreck, I want it to hit as hard as possible and fail so freaking hard so that it never happens again. And we get nothing but great, outstanding Pokemon games from here on out. Because that's what we all want. And there's no one who would have listened to a podcast that was well over an hour and 15 minutes long just because they didn't like Pokemon. We all like Pokemon. We all want Pokemon to do well.
Well, yeah, I still love Pokemon. Like, even this game will not make me go, oh, I hate Pokemon. I'm never playing Pokemon ever.
No,
again.
and for those of you guys who are seeing this video-wise, you see I have so much Pokemon stuff in my room, even stuff behind us. I can't even hide it. So that's just who I am. And honestly, I am going to go full-on Ostrich for probably about 2 years or so. We might get a Sinnoh remake as well on this.
Honestly, I'll look way forward to that because I'll get Garchomp and hopefully.
That's probably what they're waiting for. There was a lot of Sinnoh Pokemon that were missing, and they're probably just going to throw them in there, which honestly, that's them knowing that they were going to do it. It's taking advantage of kids. That's what we're going to getting all that later. I don't want to keep.
We'll do that later. Anyway, this was just mostly about the new Pokemon and our reason we don't
want
like
to hear
them.
what
the penguin will haunt your nightmares.
Yes, and now we want to turn this over to you guys. Let us know what you think down in the comments. If you're obviously over on podcast, you can still leave comments below. Please let us know what you guys think. Head over to the Discord page, talk about all this because it needs being said. Because this game needs boycotting, if ever before. And I hate saying that because I love Pokemon, but this game needs boycotting. And if you know anybody who is playing this game and doesn't seem to want to acknowledge any of these problems, you have to bring these things up to them before they buy this, because there is a reason, a very good reason, that we can see now that Pokemon was clearly trying to hide all these Pokemon before the game came out, because most of their sales are Christmas sales the year of, and people who pre-ordered and bought the game early. And as soon as this game's out, boom, it's gonna stagnate.
It's pretty much too late to cancel any pre-order.
It's too late, yeah. So that's it. But anyway, let us know what you guys think below. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this crazy long analysis of the Pokemon Leagues. But for now, that is all the time we have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Remember to like the videos, subscribe for more. We will see you guys in the next review for whatever the heck you do. Let's be honest. See you.
Bye.